Story number 9, when fire victims begin rebuilding, some might consider new ways to protect their homes. CBS's David Schechter returned to a Colorado town destroyed by fire to show you what's known as the passive design approach.
You want a little bit of yogurt, bud?
It's hard to miss that 4-year-old Alex Ela is enjoying having a news photographer visit his new house. It's nice to have something to smile about.
The fire was 2 days before his first birthday. Let's go. We're going.
A wildfire still tearing through Boulder County.
The Marshall Fire was the worst in Colorado history. Eric Ela's family lost their home, 2 cats, and have lived in 4 places in 3 years.
It's like, oh, we're going to the new home, or we're going back to the new home. I was like, no, this is the home.
Yeah.
We're home now.
We're staying.
Yeah.
When it came time to rebuild in their town of Superior, where new construction is everywhere, the Elas chose a design concept called Passive House. It behaves different in a fire than a traditional house, where embers get sucked inside through roof vents. It's one of the reasons why we've seen homes in Los Angeles burning from the inside out, something the Passive Home seeks to prevent.
There's very few places for an ember to get caught.
Johnny Rizvani, who supplies materials for Passive Homes, is telling us, compared to the roof vents on most houses, this house has just a single air intake, and inside a powerful filtration system that controls the flow of air, keeping the embers out.
As opposed to most homes, you've got a lot of different vents for a lot of different purposes. And
This has one.
This has one intake. And in an extreme weather situation, what you would do if you had to evacuate is you would close off that intake.
This home in Los Angeles, the only one still standing in its neighborhood, followed similar building principles. But the challenge for some homeowners is the cost. It can be up to 7% more to build a home like this, and that might be one reason why just 6 of the 300 homes that have been rebuilt in this town are passive. But there is another way that the state of Colorado is dealing with this on a much larger scale, and that's a new state law.
Right away, I was shocked that we don't require building standards.
Lisa Cutter is a Democratic state senator.
Why was that surprising to you?
If your house isn't well protected and you don't do everything you can and mitigate for fire around the property, etc., then you're putting your neighbor's house at risk.
In Colorado, more than 1 million structures are built in places that meet or mix with natural areas where there's a threat of wildfire. Across the U.S., it's 48 million homes, or a third of all housing. Cutter pushed for the creation of Colorado's Wildfire Resiliency Code Board. It will identify areas with the highest wildfire threats and, for the first time, enforce mandatory wildfire construction codes.
People should be building in a way that's appropriate for the environment they live in.
When you think about climate change, do you feel like you need to be prepared for things that are worse than you ever thought they were going to be?
I mean, we've experienced something that I never thought you'd experience, and I'm ready for it to happen again.
Across the West, the time has come for some people to rethink how they live with fire and how they rebuild from it. David Schechter, Superior, Colorado.
And plan